When the heavens begin to shift, they don't do so quietly. These cosmic movements are not just random alignments in the sky. They are divine nudges, gentle yet forceful pushes guiding you toward the path you were meant to walk. And right now, the sky is opening wide. Mercury has stepped into Leo, and with it comes a radiant surge of expressive energy. This moment, marked on the 26th, is not asking for your silence, it's begging for your voice. Leo doesn't whisper. Leo roars. And Mercury, the planet of communication, is now roaring through this fire sign, lighting a trail for you to speak with courage, to share with passion, and to lead with authenticity. The very next day, on the 27th, the universe doubles down on this energy. It's no longer about waiting. The time for hesitation is over. No more pushing things to tomorrow. No more hiding in the shadows. Now is the hour to create, to act, to move. If you've been feeling restless lately, if your heart has been drumming a little faster for no reason, if a strange but exciting nervousness has been buzzing through your chest, that's not anxiety. That's your soul trying to break free. It's your higher self waking up and saying, "We can't wait any longer." And if your birthday has recently passed, receive this moment as a blessing of rebirth. And if your solar return is still approaching, get ready. You're entering a cycle that demands more of you, but will also reward you with more than you expected. Let the stars find you open. Let your name echo in alignment with something greater. If you've just found this space, consider subscribing so you can receive messages that are made not for the mind alone, but for the soul. This is Signs and Secrets, a channel created for seekers, those who feel deeply, think inwardly, and walk hand in hand with the universe. And if any of this is already resonating with you, share in the comments your zodiac sign and a moment that reminded you who you truly are. This phase is asking you to turn inward with tenderness. The oracle begins with a powerful invitation, the call to recognize that you are already enough. There's strength in that truth, a strength that doesn't need validation, approval, or comparison. You may have spent too long quieting your inner voice to meet the noise of the world, but Leo energy is here to burn through those illusions. When the heavens begin to shift, they don't do so quietly. These cosmic movements are not just random alignments in the sky. They are divine nudges, gentle yet forceful pushes guiding you toward the path you were meant to walk. And right now, the sky is opening wide. Mercury has stepped into Leo, and with it comes a radiant surge of expressive energy. This moment, marked on the 26th, is not asking for your silence, it's begging for your voice. Leo doesn't whisper. Leo roars. And Mercury, the planet of communication, is now roaring through this fire sign, lighting a trail for you to speak with courage, to share with passion, and to lead with authenticity. The very next day, on the 27th, the universe doubles down on this energy. It's no longer about waiting. The time for hesitation is over. No more pushing things to tomorrow. No more hiding in the shadows. Now is the hour to create, to act, to move. If you've been feeling restless lately, if your heart has been drumming a little faster for no reason, if a strange but exciting nervousness has been buzzing through your chest, that's not anxiety. That's your soul trying to break free. It's your higher self waking up and saying, "We can't wait any longer." And if your birthday has recently passed, receive this moment as a blessing of rebirth. And if your solar return is still approaching, get ready. You're entering a cycle that demands more of you, but will also reward you with more than you expected. Let the stars find you open. Let your name echo in alignment with something greater. If you've just found this space, consider subscribing so you can receive messages that are made not for the mind alone, but for the soul. This is Signs and Secrets, a channel created for seekers, those who feel deeply, think inwardly, and walk hand in hand with the universe. And if any of this is already resonating with you, share in the comments your zodiac sign and a moment that reminded you who you truly are. This phase is asking you to turn inward with tenderness. The oracle begins with a powerful invitation, the call to recognize that you are already enough. There's strength in that truth, a strength that doesn't need validation, approval, or comparison. You may have spent too long quieting your inner voice to meet the noise of the world, but Leo energy is here to burn through those illusions.
You are not here to perform. You are here to be. Imagine a person who was once silent suddenly rising with fire in their throat and saying, "This story belongs to me now." There's a rebellious freedom in that act, not the kind that destroys, but the kind that liberates. You may feel this week pushing you, sometimes too strongly. Yes, there's a chance you might say too much or feel too intensely, but maybe, just maybe, that's what this moment requires. A sacred permission to be raw, honest, and undeniably you. Soon, Mercury will retrograde again, asking for introspection and caution, but not yet. Right now, this is your spotlight. This is your stage. Step into the light and own the truth of who you are. In the tarot, the Eight of Pentacles appears beside the Strength card, an unmistakable message from the divine. Leo, the sign of heart and willpower, meets labor, persistence, and sacred effort. But this isn't just about career or finances. This is about energetic work, the kind that requires you to clean the corners of your home, sort through mental clutter, and tidy up the forgotten drawers of your soul. So many say, "I don't have anything to do," but the truth? Life has been waiting on you. There are photos to look at, letters to read, stories that were never told. The new moon in Cancer is inviting you to go back, not to drown in what once was, but to reclaim the hidden wisdom buried in your past. This is a healing moon, a restorative moon, a time to touch what still hurts and transform it into something sacred. The Ace of Swords rises like a battle cry from within, not to fight the world, but to confront the lies you've been telling yourself. It whispers, "Stop shrinking. Stop believing that you need to be someone else or have something more to feel whole. You're already complete. Even if you're yearning for love, a new opportunity, or answers, you must first look inward with gentleness and reverence. Respect who you are now, and from that place, dream boldly. If you've already set something in motion, a relationship, a reconciliation, a dream, then now is the time to energize it. Whether it's a personal goal or an emotional breakthrough, something new is beginning to bloom. You feel it, don't you? That quiet flame burning inside, waiting to become a wildfire. Then comes the Ace of Cups, a divine reminder that you are not only ready to begin again, but ready to feel fully, to love again, to create again, to believe again. Now, before we move into the next part, if this message is resonating with you, I gently ask you to like the video. It helps others discover the guidance they've been searching for. And if you're feeling that inner spark, that whisper of a new beginning, let us know in the comments what your zodiac sign is and what part of your life feels ready to rise from the ashes. The Ten of Wands enters this reading like a quiet warning. Yes, transformation is here, but it comes with weight.
You may feel tired, stretched, or even overwhelmed, but this exhaustion is sacred. It's the kind of fatigue that follows deep inner work, the kind that means you're not standing still anymore. Something inside you is being rebuilt, piece by piece, and like a body after long sleep, the awakening can feel sore, but alive. Then comes the Empress. She walks in with softness, but her presence is power. Venus flows through her, reminding you that beauty is not decoration, it is vibration. You are blooming, even if the world around you is still catching up. The next few days will bring waves of radiance, confidence, and sensual clarity. Let them wash over you. Let them remind you of your worth, not because of what you own or what you've done, but because of who you are when the world isn't watching. If you've been waiting to restart a passion project, revisit an old dream, or finally give attention to something your soul has been craving, this is the moment. Forgotten desires might come back strong. Dormant intentions will stir. The Ten of Wands also speaks of emotional weight, the heaviness of truths long ignored. Some call it crisis, others call it awakening. Whatever name you give it, this is a necessary unraveling, not to destroy, but to realign.
Within this pain, you'll rediscover pieces of yourself. You'll remember that the wisdom you seek was never lost, only buried. Sometimes exhaustion is not a call to stop, but a sacred sign that you're outgrowing what no longer feeds you. What in your life drains you instead of nourishing you? What makes you feel like you're shrinking when you should be rising? These questions aren't meant to haunt you. They're meant to redirect you. You don't have to change your entire life overnight, but you do have to start choosing. You have to shift your energy toward the places where your light is seen, not dimmed. Even if obligations remain, even if you must still walk familiar paths for a while, keep your eyes open. Opportunities are often subtle. They don't arrive with fireworks. They whisper. And only the soul that's paying attention hears them. When you're doing what you love, time disappears. Tiredness becomes fulfillment. Joy returns. So if you're struggling to keep going, consider this. Maybe you're pushing in a direction that no longer aligns with you. And that's okay. Life moves in seasons. And you're entering a new one. Some of you have already felt the shift. Others are standing at the edge, waiting to feel that spark. But it's closer than you think. It's in the silence between your thoughts, in the name you whisper when no one is around. It's in the quiet call towards something real. And when the Knight of Wands rides into your reading, he brings with him the fire of movement, the boldness to step outside your comfort zone. Right behind him comes the Four of Wands, balance, peace, a feeling of home within yourself. This is the reward for your bravery. The Ace of Cups returns, echoing the rebirth of your emotional world. For some, this will be the beginning of a new love. For others, a project or mission that finally lights their heart again. It could even be the return of your own presence, your own desire to fully live again.
Have you ever felt so excited about life that you wanted to wake up early just to live more hours in the day? That's what's coming. That's the energy approaching. Something or someone is about to light you up from within, and once that flame is lit, nothing will put it out. Mercury in Leo is still charging the atmosphere with creative fire. Your voice is meant to be heard now. Your ideas are ready to take form. This is your time to articulate, to write, to share, to express. Right on cue, the Queen of Swords appears. She is sharp, wise, and precise. Her past pains have become her compass. She no longer seeks to please, she seeks truth. This is your cue to make decisions with clarity, to trust the intelligence of your experience. Beside her stands the Page of Pentacles. He brings new beginnings, ideas that are fresh, opportunities that may seem small now, but carry enormous growth potential. Whether it's a new job, a budding relationship, or a simple idea that excites you, this is fertile ground. And you, whether you know it or not, are planting something meaningful. Seeds of intention are being sown, and if watered with patience, they will flourish. The Seven of Pentacles confirms this. Everything has its own divine timing. It's hard to wait. We all want things now, but the universe doesn't rush, and you're right on time. If you're navigating decisions within your family, your work, or your closest bonds, this is your sign to ask for support. Don't carry it all alone. You are not a machine. You are not made to hold the world on your shoulders. Healthy connections are built on shared effort. Each person brings their own strength. When we trust each other, harmony becomes possible. Some of you will need to have courageous conversations. Others may need to let go of control and trust the unfolding. Not everything needs to be forced. Some things simply need space to become what they are meant to be. And just when you think the message is complete, the Ten of Pentacles arrives. One of the most beautiful cards in the tarot. It speaks of stability, legacy, and abundance, not only in material terms, but in the richness of your life as a whole. This isn't luck, it's alignment. It's the result of conscious choices, steady focus, and spiritual resilience.
Your future is not far away. It is being built by the energy you hold right now. And that future can be far more grounded and fulfilling than you imagine. The Queen of Wands enters now with her unmistakable fire, radiant, magnetic, and unapologetically alive. Her presence reminds you it's not just about what you're building, but how you're showing up in that process. Are you allowing your vibrance to shine, or are you dimming your flame for the comfort of others? She carries the message that your light is not too much. It is medicine for you and for the spaces you enter. Following close behind is the Star, a card of hope, healing, and divine recalibration. It comes when the path ahead is still forming, but the soul has already begun to believe again. You don't need to see the full map yet. All you need is to trust the next step. This is the kind of faith that grows in silence, the kind of magic that returns after you've been broken and still choose to love your life again. And there she is again, the Empress. She returns not by accident, but as confirmation, a divine echo of your power to create, to nurture, to attract. This is not about chasing anything. It's about remembering that when you are aligned, everything that is meant for you feels drawn to your presence. With Mars now influencing your house of communication, it's time to speak your truth with courage, to own your story, to show your strength not by volume, but by authenticity. If lately you've been feeling overlooked, dismissed, or invisible, this is your signal. Stop waiting for the world to recognize you. Let you recognize you. Let your worth begin where it always should, within. And if this message is touching something true inside you, take a moment to comment below, share a memory where you chose yourself, or simply type the words, "Today I rise." These small declarations have ripple effects. They awaken something powerful within. Now, as the tarot continues to unfold, a new oracle arrives with a revelation. Truth is surfacing. Not a distant truth, but one that's been hovering close, waiting for the right moment. Sometimes it comes through a passing comment. Other times it lands as a sudden realization. And occasionally, it's whispered by your own intuition so clearly that you cannot ignore it anymore. But here's the thing.
Truth rarely arrives dressed in comfort. Often, it stings before it soothes. It might shatter an illusion you clung to. It may change how you see someone, but it will also set you free. With expanded vision, you gain the power to choose with clarity, not desperation. The Two of Cups shows up, intertwined with the Four of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. There's a story here about your relationships, the ones that are close, vulnerable, and soul deep. Someone might be ready to reveal something, perhaps a partner, perhaps a friend, or maybe it's you, ready to open your heart. The real challenge lies in your response. Will you meet this truth with ego or with grace? Will you defend out of fear or receive from a place of maturity? These moments are crossroads. They can lead to drama, miscommunication, and closed doors. But they can also open gateways of healing and deeper intimacy. The Wheel of Fortune spins next. Life is shifting. What was hidden is rising. What was silent is now finding voice. Then comes the Eight of Swords, a reminder that not all traps are external. Sometimes what keeps us stuck is a thought, a reaction, a story we keep replaying. Don't let impulsive emotions write your destiny. Pause, breathe, choose your response from wisdom, not from old wounds. It's true, the truth can hurt, especially when it's not what you expected. Maybe you've idealized someone. Maybe they've shown you a part of them that doesn't match the fantasy. But that doesn't mean what you shared was false. It simply means it's time to relate to the present, not the idea. Whether you choose distance or reconnection, let it be guided by self-respect and discernment. This is your test. Can you stay true to yourself without abandoning your heart?
The moon arrives now, cloaked in shadow and mystery. It speaks of emotions that swirl beneath the surface: fear, jealousy, doubt. These feelings don't make you weak, they make you human. But the Page of Cups follows, carrying the light of emotional renewal. He whispers, you can hold your pain with tenderness. You can name your fears without becoming them. If you've been feeling suffocated in a relationship, or if you've realized you've been doing the suffocating, it may be time for an honest reevaluation. And if your doubts were planted by others, step back, reflect. Not every whisper deserves your full attention. On this path, emotional maturity is your armor. It protects you from reactive choices. If you're unsure, don't rush. Sit in the unknown. Time, more than urgency, reveals what the heart needs to see. And as we begin to draw this part to a close, a sacred sequence of cards blesses your journey again. 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, Queen of Wands, and the Star. A constellation of abundance, purpose, charisma, and healing. This alignment declares that even through trials, you are being led towards something deeply secure, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. You are not wandering, you are being guided. Now take this with you. You don't have to carry every burden alone. You're allowed to soften. You're allowed to ask for help. And most of all, you're allowed to believe that what's blooming in you now, a dream, a connection, a version of yourself long denied, is meant to flourish. There's something sacred unfolding within you, not loud, not forced, but undeniable. You can feel it in the quiet spaces between your thoughts, in the ache of longing that isn't sadness, but readiness. Something is shifting, and what's being born inside you right now may very well change the course of your path. Whether it's a seed of love, a vision for your future, a deeper reconnection with your purpose. What you are carrying is alive, and like all things alive, it wants to grow.
The Knight of Wands returns, charging forward with passion and direction. He doesn't ask for permission. He knows the fire he follows is divine. His appearance now is a reminder that there's a part of you that's no longer content with waiting. That part of you is done asking for signs, because you have become the sign. It's time to act. And as if to affirm this divine push, the Four of Wands rises again, a symbol of harmony, celebration, and alignment. You are moving towards stability, but not the kind that keeps you small. This is a soul-deep alignment that allows you to breathe, to rest, to feel at home inside your own life. The Ace of Cups appears once more, overflowing with emotional awakening. For some, this will arrive in the form of a new relationship, rich in spiritual connection and emotional safety. For others, this cup is self-love finally pouring over the parts of you that were left in drought for far too long. Have you ever wanted to wake up early, not because you have to, but because something beautiful is waiting for you in the day? That's what this energy carries. A reason to rise, a desire to live fully. This might be a new person, a new purpose, a fresh chapter. Whatever it is, it's pulling you toward life again. And with Mercury still in Leo, your creative and expressive energy is at a peak. Don't hold back your ideas. Don't dim your words. The world doesn't need another polished version of someone else. It needs the real you. The Queen of Swords stands firm in her grace. She's been through the storm. That's why she's so clear now. Her heart is not hardened, it's focused. Her truth doesn't cut to harm, it cuts to heal. And beside her, the Page of Pentacles reminds us even small beginnings can lead to abundant futures. Whether it's a business idea, a spiritual practice, a personal goal, or an unexpected romance, what begins now carries sacred potential. But patience is still your ally. The Seven of Pentacles emerges to remind you what you're building will take time. That's not a delay, it's preparation. Trust the process. Even if you can't see the full result yet, your energy is being invested wisely.
Now more than ever, if you're part of a group dynamic, be it family, relationships, community, or collaboration, don't try to do everything alone. You are not meant to be the sole pillar. Lean in. Let others rise with you. Share the load, and you'll find that harmony returns more easily. Sometimes what's needed isn't a grand act, but simply a release of control. Let things unfold. Let time show you what's real. And when it does, when all the pieces start falling into place, you'll realize none of it was random. It was sacred alignment all along. And once again, the Ten of Pentacles graces your spread, one of the most powerful affirmations of long-term abundance and stability, not just in material wealth, but in emotional fulfillment and spiritual richness. This is your legacy forming, your future being seeded in real time. The Queen of Wands, with her magnetic presence, returns to light the way. She is the embodiment of confidence born through self-acceptance. She reminds you that you don't have to prove anything. You only have to be, and that's enough. Then the star glimmers once more, the universe whispering, "You're healing, you're ready." The Empress rises yet again in final confirmation of your creative power. Whatever you are dreaming now, it is not too much, it is not too late, and you are not alone. With Mars still strengthening your communication, this is the time to speak your truth boldly. Show the world who you are, not with arrogance, but with rooted presence. Not to seek approval, but to honor your own voice. If you've been feeling unseen, this is your invitation to shine without apology. Remember this: respect doesn't come from others first. It begins within. Look at yourself now. Look at how far you've come. The world may not know your battles, but you've survived them. And you didn't just survive, you've grown wiser, deeper, more whole. Before we part, I'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments a moment of renewal that marked your life, or simply write, "I'm ready now." These words might seem simple, but they're powerful, and someone else may read them and find courage too. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to the Signs and Secrets channel. This space is for you, for your spirit, your truth, and your evolution. Your presence here matters. Your journey deserves to be witnessed. If this message brought clarity or comfort to your heart, don't forget to like the video. It helps this energy reach more souls who are quietly asking for guidance. Until next time, take care of your light. It's shining brighter than ever.